Children, let us continue with the explanation of the chapter, A Truly Beautiful Mind. I am on page 49, paragraph 10. Children, we have already read paragraph 10 yesterday, and I told you that there is a little information contained in paragraph 10 and 11 about his private life. So, he wanted to marry this girl Mileva, whom he met in the University of Zurich. However, because the mother did not approve of the relationship, the two could not get married. They went against the wishes of Einstein's mother, and finally in the year 1903 they tied the knot. Tied the knot means they solemnized their marriage, or they got married finally in the year 1903. It was not a successful marriage and it ended in a divorce in the year 1919. Einstein married his cousin Elsa the same year. Children, all this is very common in their culture. So, I know reading this feels a little awkward, but all this is very common in their culture. Let's proceed now. Einstein's new personal chapter coincided with his rise to world fame. In 1915, he had published his General Theory of Relativity, which provided a new interpretation of gravity. So, he became world famous. Rise to world fame means he became popular, or he became world famous, or he rose to fame. Okay. In the year 1915, when he published his Theory of Relativity, and how was it proved to be correct? An eclipse of the sun in 1919 brought proof that it was accurate. We have seen this, children, in that video. If you have not watched that video, please go and watch it. Einstein had correctly calculated in advance the extent to which the light from fixed stars would be deflected through the sun's gravitational field. So, this was the basis of him explaining his law, his theory. The newspapers proclaimed his work as a scientific revolution. So, they declared his work as a scientific revolution. Revolution means something that had the potential to bring tremendous change in the field of science. Einstein received the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1921. Please underline. He was showered with honors and invitations from all over the world and lauded by the press. So yes, he received honors, invitations, and he was applauded by the press. The press means even the newspapers published about him. It was widely spread with the help of the press through newspapers. His work, he received acknowledgement. Let's continue. When the Nazis came to power in Germany in 1933, Einstein emigrated to the US. See, children, during the World War II, children, Germany, the Nazis came to power in Germany. Nazis under the rule of Adolf Hitler, came to power in Germany in 1933, and Einstein fled to US. Why did he flee? Because the Nazis under the rule of Adolf Hitler, children, had ordered a mass killing of the Jews. They were sent to concentration camps because they had a threat that the Jews would be responsible to wipe away their race, the Nazi race. So, as a precautionary step, what did Adolf Hitler? He passed a rule that the Jews, they should be eliminated, and hence there was mass killing, genocide, sending the Jews to the concentration camps. I will be sharing a video on this also, on the catastrophic effect of the World War II when the Nazis came to power, children. You can see that video and just make out the atrocities that the Jews had faced in the hands of the Nazis. Now, Einstein, because he was already world famous, he emigrated to US and hence he was saved. 5 years later, the discovery of nuclear fission in Berlin had American physicists in an uproar. Now, there was a new invention, nuclear fission. Children, nuclear weapons, the chemical warfare, World War II witnessed all this. Okay, it was the beginning, it was the modern era, and modern methods of warfare, arms were introduced. So, with this invention of nuclear fission, the American physicists were in an uproar. Uproar means over here, children, they were very upset. Many of them had fled from fascism, just as Einstein had. Fascism over here means, children, this violence, this bloodshed. Many of them had fled. They wanted peace, they wanted harmony, universal brotherhood. Okay, if you remember, I told you that Einstein, he advocated peace and universal brotherhood. You remember in the video it said that I was an anti-war personality, and now they were afraid the Nazis could build and use an atomic bomb. So this threat was lurking around them. Okay, at the urging of a colleague, Einstein wrote a letter to the American President Franklin D. Roosevelt on 2nd August 1939, in which he warned that a single bomb of this type exploded in a port might very well destroy the whole port together with some of the surrounding territory. So the effects would be catastrophic. Okay, if a single bomb is dropped, it would wipe out mankind. Not only that area, but the adjoining territories also. His words did not fail to have an effect. The Americans developed the atomic bomb in a secret project of their own. Now, because he was a well-known personality, children, his words had effect. And what happened? The Americans instead developed that atomic bomb in a secret project. And what did they do? We know this about this. They dropped it on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in the year August 1945. Okay? Einstein was deeply shaken by the extent of the destruction. Children, I will be sharing with you a video on when the Americans dropped the nuclear bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. I will be sharing a video on that also. You can see that what kind of destruction, both loss of life, property was caused, the huge destruction that was caused. So Einstein, he was deeply shaken by the extent of the destruction. This time he wrote a public missive. Children, what do you mean by public missive? A letter. Especially, it's a official letter that is written, a long official letter. And what did he write in it? To the United Nations. United Nations, it's a general body, children, like a kind of a government for the all the nations of the world. Okay, in it he proposed the formation of a world government. Unlike the letter to Roosevelt, this one made no impact. Now, this letter that Einstein had forwarded to the United Nations, it was in vain, children. It had no effect, it had no impact. But over the next decade, Einstein got more involved in politics. If you want to make your words heard, if you want to make an impact, if you really want to influence people, get involved in politics. And so he chose this path, agitating for an end to the arms build-up and using his popularity to campaign for peace and democracy. Please underline, children, he was highly shaken by the extent of the destruction that was caused. And what did he do? He involved himself in politics. And because he already was an influential figure, he was already a popular figure, what did he campaign for? He campaigned, he urged for, he requested people to maintain peace, to maintain brotherhood amongst each other, right? And democracy. When Einstein died in 1955 at the age of 76, please underline, he was celebrated as a visionary and world citizen as much as a scientific genius. So children, a world citizen who advocates peace, okay, brotherhood, fraternity, equality, and hence I said that he was highly influenced by the ideologies of Mahatma Gandhi, and he was already a scientific genius. With this, children, we come to the end of the chapter. We have already done a few questions. I think we have already done the questions till question number 4 we have already done. Wait, why has it gone this way? Okay, we have already done till question number 4. Question number 5 you will be doing as homework, children. Why did Einstein write a letter to Franklin Roosevelt? You will be doing this. And how did Einstein react to the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki? This question also you will be doing. Question number 7, why does the world remember Einstein as a world citizen? Very, very important question, children. So all these questions 5, 6 and 7, it's very important from examination point of view also. However, this chapter is not included in the upcoming exams, but children, please keep doing these questions very sincerely, write the answers and submit your work timely. Tomorrow you have your exam. So I am giving you a little relaxation. At least 2 questions should come to me by evening today. Okay. The rest you may do it tomorrow. And I will also be sharing a worksheet with you on a little grammar work, children. Please do that tomorrow. In the evening you can do it and send it to me. I'll take your leave now, children. Thank you.